if you are single, you want to meet the right person, you want to transform your relationships, feel more confident, have the life you always wanted, well, you are in the right place. So I want you to think about this. So I want you to imagine if you could find lasting love and or marriage, entirely up to you what you want. There's no right or wrong. Maybe you want to start a family. Maybe you want to have a fresh start, get it right, second, even third time round. Maybe you want to feel more confident, make healthy choices in love, put a stop to toxic relationships and emotionally unavailable people. Maybe you want to understand how to deeply connect with men or even women. Then maybe you also want to have the skills to be your own matchmaker for life. If you want to have a fun and easy relationship that feels right, this is what I can help you with. I want to give you the tools that you can keep forever so that you can find that forever love. So, if you haven't found love yet, it's not your fault. It's the formula. It has nothing to do with success, careers, access to singles. It's all about formula. It is seriously so confusing out there. And with no strategy, then you end up sort of trial and error. And trial and error for one of the most important things in your life really doesn't make sense. Imagine if you did that with your career, trial and error to get that job you wanted. Not at all. You need to study, you need to get experience, and that's how you ace that job. Getting that right person is very much the same. So what's currently happening right now is what we call the paradox of dating. What that is there's too much choice, there is so much overwhelm, there are so many ways to meet people. There's dating apps, online dating, social media, social groups, singles events, extreme dating shows, and then you throw COVID in the mix. So right now there's too much choice. As a human, we don't like to have too many choices because it's quite debilitating. You get worried about the grass is always greener. You worry about what if there's something better out there? The Columbia University did a study and it showed that 60% of people were drawn to more options. So if you see many more options, it gets 60% of people, more people. However, only 3% purchase. But when you have smaller options, you get 40% less people, but 30% purchase. Now that's very similar to dating. So with all these dating apps, there's so many choices, it gets you there, and that's where you get excited. Look, who's that? And then you sort of think, oh, no, I don't know who, because of the overwhelm. So this is why strategy is important. You can still use these apps, but if you know how to use them, which will give you more of a niche. So you cast a wide net, but then you become very specific about what you want, and this transforms your results. So a little about me. I'm a relationship expert. I've been doing this since 2005. Can't believe it's been so long. I've been advisor to many different shows, including The Bachelor. I've done lots of TV, radio, online. I look after people who are everywhere, all around the world, men and women. So I work internationally. I'm an internationally certified coach. I've done all the study, an extended DISC practitioner, and that's where I use all the behavioral profiling to help you actually be able to really understand who's right for you and who you are as well as a person. And that's where you create that emotional connection, because it's not all cookie cutter, treat them mean, keep them here, play hard to get, men should chase, women should do this and that. It's very different. It really comes down to the type of relationship you want and the person you want. I'm also a certified matchmaker in the New York Matchmaking Institute and a scientist. That's where it all started. So here's some of the media I've done, just so you can have a look. You probably just Google a bit and you can see. So it's all very exciting. So truth and trans, online dating, whether you like it or not, it is here. And it's probably one of the best ways to meet someone, especially in this current climate. 51% of adults consider online dating a viable option versus 25% in 2010. So just in a matter of 5 years, and these stats are really outdated now too, was a double. Now, a third of married couples have met online, 13 million Australians spend at least 18 hours a day online, and 1 in 5 minutes per day is spent on social media. Crazy stuff, right? But why people fail? Well, the big thing I see is poorly written profiles that sound like resumes, and also profiles that don't reveal what you want. I think it's a really important filtering system. Bad photos, what you might think is a good photo is actually probably not if you're not attracting what you want. You might be even searching for the wrong type of man or wrong type of woman. Maybe you're not in touch with feminine energy as a female. Maybe as a man, possibly need a little bit more understanding of women. Maybe you're swiping too quickly, missing opportunities. Maybe you don't understand attraction strategies, especially the different types of archetypes, using the wrong formula and using it as a numbers game, which is completely burnout as opposed to using a specific strategy. So, how can I help you find love? Well, I give you the right formula. What that means is I show you how to get what you want. We look at where you've gone wrong and we come up with solutions that really work. Step-by-step systems and processes that you implement give you a really great result. So, what's in the bespoke program? It's all about feeling really confident. When you are the best version of you, then that enables you to raise your standards and helps you become more attractive. I help you understand attraction strategies of the opposite sex with the exact type of person. And then I show you strategies for commitment. And that's just about having a healthy, loving, committed relationship that you want. And that's the type of people I love to help, who are genuine with really good intentions, who are almost about to give up, but they really know what they have to offer and they know what they want.